What Will the Weather Be Like Today? By Paul Rogers. What will the weather be like today? What will the weather be like today? Just at the moment when night becomes day, when the stars in the sky begin fading away. You can hear all the birds and the animals say, "What will the weather be like today?" Will it be windy? Will it be warm? Will there be snow? Or a frost? Or a storm? "Be dry," says the lizard, "and I won't complain." The frog in the bog says, "Perhaps it will rain." The white cockatoo likes it steamy and hot. The mole doesn't know if it's raining or not. "Whatever the weather, I work," says the bee. "Wet," says the duck, "is the weather for me." "Weather? What's that?" say the fish in the sea. The world has awakened, the day has begun. And somewhere it's cloudy, and somewhere there's sun, and somewhere the sun and the rain meet to play. And paint a bright rainbow to dress up the day. How is the weather where you are today? Is it rainy where you are, or sunny, or cloudy, or snowy? You tell me. How is the weather where you are today? The end. We're first going to add water to the first bottle. Not all the way, but about more than half so it's full. Then you're going to add the glitter. This is your choice of how much you want to use. And it can be different colors. You can even add some soap to make some bubbles in there. Make sure you use the funnel to try to help you make as less mess as possible. Next, you're going to tape the bottles together. So you're going to put the bottle with nothing in on top. And then you're going to be taping those two together to make sure no water comes out. You can tape it as much as you want to make sure that nothing is coming out, even the glitter. Use as much tape as you need. Shake it around to just make sure that no water is coming out. If there is something there, make sure you re-tape it again and add more filter salt to have it more steady. Make sure to shake the bottle in circles in order for the tornado to turn, making sure that you spin it or else it's just going to be water falling down. So we're going to try it again. And flip it and shake in circles so that you can see the tornado going down. There you go. Continue doing the same movement until you get a better and bigger tornado going down. You can see the glitter going around and around, which makes it very satisfying, allowing the bottles to become a sensory play type of activity. For the next activity, it's going to be a bit messy, so if you have some gloves, put them them on, as they will be using different materials that are kind of sticky or have a strong smell. So I would suggest if you don't want to be washing your hands too often, you use your gloves. So once you're ready, the first material you're going to have is food coloring. You're going to need an empty water bottle, some water, honey, some blue dish soap, some rubbing alcohol, and some vegetable oil. Make sure that it's the yellow one. So we're going to start off with the honey. You're going to use a cup that you can put aside. So you're going to pour about a quarter of honey into the cup. Then you're going to be adding 2 food colors. So we're going to need the color blue, and then we're going to need the color red. So we're going to be putting in the red first. Just a few drops. And then you're going to be adding the blue food coloring. Because red and blue, do you remember what color it mixes together? It mixes purple. Good job. Once it's ready, use a funnel to help you put it inside the bottle. As you can see, we have a nice little smell. So the funnel will help you not make a big mess. So it should slowly start going in. This might take a bit of a while as honey runs very slow. So just be patient, make sure you don't overfill the funnel. You can even help it by pushing it down as fast as you can. The next color we're going to use, or as just the material, we're going to use the blue dish soap, as it is the next color in the rainbow, which is blue. So slowly make sure you're adding it. You're going to tilt it to the side to make sure that the ingredients don't mix. You're going to be repeating the same motion for the next other materials being put in. The tilt motion allows the two materials to not mix, and you can see the two different colors now. Next, we're going to add the next color in the rainbow, which is green. You're going to pull out the green food coloring and put it to the water. You can add as much food coloring as you want depending on how green you would like the color to be. Make sure you mix it all together very well. If it's too clear, you can add more. Next, you're going to be adding it to the bottle. Remember, you have to tilt it, that way it doesn't mix with the other materials. So slowly, if you need an assistance from your guardian, you can always ask for help. Make sure you don't pour it all at once, but slowly going in, that way the materials don't mix. And you can put as much as you want, depending how big the bottle is. As you can see, now we can see the three different colors, green, blue, and purple. And next, we're going to be adding our yellow, which is going to be used by the vegetable oil. Similar to the other ingredients, make sure you tilt the bottle and you pour it in slowly. If you have a smaller olive oil, you can use it smaller for your small hands, or you can also grind it for half as well. Make sure you're pouring this one very slowly. I would also recommend, if you're going to be using olive oil, to put something over your table, that way if in case it is dripping, similar to what is happening right now, it doesn't stain your table. Make sure you put it in slowly. Next, we're going to be using the rubbing alcohol. You're going to put a quarter of it in a different cup, similar to what we did with the honey. So a quarter of a cup. This is a bit of a strong smell, so if you don't feel comfortable, try to get one with the least amount of smell. Once you have that, we're going to add the red food coloring. You can, depending on how strong you want the red to look, I personally like it very dark. You're going to add as many drops as you want. Next, you're going to mix it well so it turns nice and red. So similar to the other materials being put in, you're going to tilt it, you're going to put this one slowly. You're going to tilt and slowly put it in, making sure that you don't do it all too fast, that way the chemicals don't mix together. Now you can see closely all the chemicals not touching each other, and you can see the different colors: red, yellow, green, blue, and purple. and all of them align without mixing with each other, but you can see some few bubbles rising up to the top, which makes it very interesting. To make it more fun, we're going to be adding some sparkles to see what it looks like through every single stage of the material. So we're going to be adding it in, and then you can see it falling and going through all different chemicals and materials. So it doesn't actually stay separated like each one individually does, but once it goes down, it drops all the way to the bottom. You can keep adding more to see more of it. And sometimes you can even see the bubbles rising up to the top like the vinegar. Vegetable oil kind of keeping it to itself and letting the bubbles float. And this is what we call density. Allowing the different materials to be separated, but once you put something inside of it, it all goes down to the bottom. So for this activity, you're going to have some water, food coloring that you will be adding to the water. Here we can make it blue because we're going to make it rain. You can add as much as you want depending on how blue you want it. We will also be needing a mason jar, an empty plastic cup, and some cotton balls. We'll also be needing a push pin. You can share with the parents if you would like to do this part. You can do it. You're going to be poking holes at the bottom of the plastic cup. Please be careful while doing this. If you are a little too tiny to be doing this, ask your guardians for help. It can be a little bit hard at times. Once you're done putting all the holes, you're going to put it on top of the mason jar, and then next we're going to be adding our cotton balls. You can add as many as you like, just making sure that they're all being covered inside the cup. Make sure that you don't poke holes on the side of the cup, that way it doesn't come out, the water that you're going to be putting in doesn't fall onto the table, rather just at the bottom inside the mason jar. you're done putting all of the cotton balls, you're going to be adding the water. So you can either add it slowly or put it in. The cotton balls basically represent the clouds and how they're slowly producing water, making it rain. So through the holes you can see it starting to rain. Very slowly, you can either add more water to make it rain a little bit harder. And now you have your own little rain inside the mason jar. If you want to make the rain stop, just put your hand on top of the cup and you can see the rain stopping, and then if you let go, you're going to let the rain continue going. This is possible due to the pressure that you're adding onto the cup, which makes it extremely cool. You can continue adding more water if you'd like it to continue raining. You can also use a Q-tip to kind of push on the clouds to make it a little bit rain more, in case it gets a little bit clogged up. So right now it's a drizzle, but if you use your fingers and push on the cup, it makes it more pouring rain. It also has to do with the pressure, so you can make it stop, you can make it pour, or drizzle, or just normal pour, or just normal rain. You can make it stop, or just drizzle, and pour. Very fun activity to make rain. For the next one, you're going to need the guardian, as we will be working with really hot water, so please be careful, making sure that you are the one doing it and not your little ones, and making sure that they are being very cautious. Next, you're going to add some hairspray, making sure you don't get it on your eyes, to activate the smoke. There you go, and then you're going to cover right away with the lid and put some eyes on top of the lid as it's upside down. To activate it, oops, careful that it doesn't come out, allowing the smoke inside to start activating. And you're just going to wait a little bit around, please making sure that you don't touch too much the cup as it is still hot water. Once you wait a little while, you can see that it's very cloudy. You can see the water and it gets nice and cloudy. Then you're going to take it off and you're going to see all the clouds coming out. You can even blow it to make it spread out even more. And the cool thing about this experiment is that you can retry it one more time if you want to see the clouds come out again. So you just add a little bit more hairspray, making sure you get a face, and then cover it once again, and you can see the cloudiness starting to appear again.